Hi Exile. This is Jimu, a normal softcore player. My league starter build is Ice Trap Saboteur. This skill has been tier 2 for a long time. After the nerfs on Seismic Trap in this league and the buff on Sunblast, I want to try it. This build uses Elemental Overload to avoid a lot of investment in gears but still has enough DPS to progress your Atlas in league start scenario. However, to be honest, this build is quite squishy even though I opened Determination and Defiance banner and got 100% spell suppression. My main problem is my life does not even reach 3000. I know some streamers say Inquisitor is better than Saboteur because of the higher life regen. However, I want to have chain reaction. And the spell suppression passives on the right passive tree are buffed in this patch. Using Saboteur can reach 100% spell suppression easier. Another consideration is the attractive Trickster rework. This character may change to Trickster after earning enough currency. For weapon, you can use 2 Singularity or 2 ones with mods like +1 to level of all spell skill gems, +1 to level of all cold spell skill gems, spell damage, global critical strike multiplier and increased critical strike chance for spells. My own choice is the Annihilating Light for higher DPS, but you have to get more resistances from gears to cover the downside of Annihilating Light. Helmet, Heat Shiver for extra DPS rings and boot, life and resistances. Amulet, Pandemonious or rare item with +1 level of all cold skill gems and even +1 to level of all skill gems is good. My amulet just has resistance. Belt, Sunblast for higher single damage. But traps can't be triggered anymore. You should pick a high roll that reduces at least 70% trap duration. Otherwise, you will feel uncomfortable when mapping for this delaying playstyle. Body armor, Tabula with corrupted implicit +2 to level of socketed O gems or +2 to level of socketed trap or mine gems as skill gem level is important for DPS. I also bought 21 level Ice Trap from market. If you choose Sunblast, Tinkerskin is not a good choice because traps can no longer be triggered by enemies. You can't get the effects from this body armor. Glove, Life and Resist. You can choose Slave Driver's Hand to replace Life Dab support. But again, you can't get the charges as your traps can't be triggered by enemies. For jewels. Inertia to fulfill the strength requirement. Cluster Jewels. Large Cluster, increase cold damage with blanketed snow. Small Cluster, Spiteful Presence to open hatred for DPS. Overall, this build is good for early Atlas progression. However, my version doesn't have enough DPS to farm those late game bosses or invitations. If you want to do so, you need a lot of investment and play the critical version. You can read it on POE Ninja. Another point is the delaying playstyle for traps. I even close hatred and not use elemental weakness to open a temporal chain cursor while mapping. I feel much better. With the blind from Ascendancy, chill effect from skitterbots and freezing mobs from Ice Trap, you wouldn't die a lot if you do maps slowly. But this delaying playstyle limits the mapping speed of this build. So, for me, this build is to earn the first pot of gold in early game only. I will continue to update my journey. Thanks for watching.